now, and then let's see if we can pick this sound up. So we should be going live in 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are live, and now it's time to switch over.
Hello everybody, hello.
What is going on, people? Okay, so what have you been up to, man?
I've been just away, I've been holidaying.
You've been chilling.
I've been chilling.
You have a time going on.
I feel the sun down on me. I'm just relaxing away while you guys are cold here.
Listen,
but yeah, man,
I'm happy for you, man. You've been having a good time. That's what matters.
We got to put the graft in and enjoy yourself after that. So that's what I've been doing.
100%. Listen, so many failed attempts on this podcast, technical issues, letting our viewers down, blah blah blah. I'm glad I've finally got it fixed. And guess what it was?
What was it?
It was a small, stupid wire.
Oh, God.
I crossed it in with another wire and didn't help at all.
It's okay, you know what? These things happen. We are here back on live.
I'm just happy this podcast is up and running again.
That's it, man. It ain't going down again now.
No, this is it.
Fight till last second.
I've taken those photos of the setup now, so hopefully it's not going to happen again. But anyway, let's start off talking about this week in the gym.
Big week, Inzy. Big week for you. Big week for lifestyle boxing, man. What is happening this weekend?
This weekend, basically, as you know, is the show on Saturday, 16th of March. Yeah, big showdown. 17 fighters on there. Yeah. So it's going to be a busy night.
It's going to be mayhem.
Yeah, mayhem this week. Well, actually, the last 3 weeks, mayhem. Training everybody up, watching over them, making sure the weights are right. Yeah. We've had so many pullouts of the fights due to weight issues and due to our reputation. Then having to find people further out,
serious,
offering them money to come down, expenses. Honestly, it's been a ball ache.
So that's a lot of hard work behind the scenes, man. Not a lot of people see that kind of stuff, you know.
No, people don't see that.
Arranging that's not easy.
No. And not just that, Atif's been on the ball of his feet as well, running around. I mean, you get pullouts. Yeah. The worst thing about this is that you get pullouts towards the end. So like the last week, you get somebody phone in and say, oh, so-and-so's not well, or so-and-so's not making weight, or whatever. And it's like, you've tried more or less everybody, and then you think, what options have I got left?
That's not right, man. Think about it. The fighter's training all this time, and then you now need to work, suddenly it's come up, and it's like turbulence, right? You just want to absolutely. That's crazy, man.
So we've had all that to deal with. Even today, we've had a few pullouts.
You people are chickening out. They're scared.
I think so. Sometimes the reasons are genuine. Yeah. Like, you know, some coaches don't really keep an eye on the weight. Or sometimes not even the coaches, it could be the lads not watching what they're eating. Yeah. And sometimes it's just the weighing scales. So it's been a big headache. Even today we're waiting for one more fight to be confirmed. Hopefully it should be confirmed. But it was like last minute sort of thing, so it's just been a nightmare, to be honest with you.
But how everything?
Everything else is smooth. All the fighters, are on form, punching hard, moving around. They feel and look fit. So I'm hoping Saturday is going to be the night.
Have they made weight and everything?
Oh yeah, all our guys have made weight. Spot on. So now it's just ready to go.
Awesome.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
You even connect the first time. I missed it last time, so.
Yeah, last year. I mean, let me tell you about the show last year. Last year's show was amazing. Yeah. And I mentioned this on Snapchat as well. The show was crazy. Yeah. I loved it, honestly. I've been to so many boxing shows over the years, but this show was something special. The kids loved it, you know, they just performed under them stars. It was just something else. So this year, hopefully, we're trying to make it bigger and better. But you know, the beauty about this is, this year we have a lot of new faces. So they've been training here for almost a year. Yeah. Some of them over a year. And last year when we had the show, these same guys had just sort of walked into the gym and they were watching everybody else get ready for the show. And I said to them, keep coming. As long as you keep coming, right, I'll put that time and effort into you, and you'll be on the show. And you know what? Now it's their turn.
This is it, man. You waited 1 year.
You train hard, and this is time to, come on your own home show and do show what you're capable of, right?
Of course, it's amazing, to see kids come off the street.
Of course, man. Plus, look,
it's your home show. You go and find other people's shows, you get robbed. The results don't go your way. You travel a long time. You don't know what's going on. This is where all your people are. This is, they're coming to you. So the feeling of that's something else, right?
And let's just hope we don't get robbed on our home show.
No, we can't get robbed, bro.
Boxing is such a dirty sport.
Yeah.
It depends on how the judges are feeling that day.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I've been to shows where home shows have been robbed as well, simply because they might have said something about England boxing, or they just generally don't like someone from a club, or don't like the way they do things.
Yeah.
And you can get robbed.
That's not good, man. See, that's
something you like as a kid. You're training so hard and then you get robbed.
Yeah.
It's disheartening.
It is really, really disheartening.
But saying that, I've seen some of the videos from last year's show. It looks amazing, man. It's like knowing an amateur show. I mean, I've been doing amateur boxing since I was a kid, right? And I've never seen a bout like that.
Yeah.
TV screen, smoke coming out, music. You don't get that amateur boxing.
man, smoke. That's like professional shit.
That's not even some professional shows got. Like, how many professional shows have I been to over the last 3-4 years? Maybe 3-4.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Hardly any.
Hardly. Even going to some Khan shows, you know, like that.
Do the shows in Bradford, yeah.
The shows in Bradford, I'm not gonna mention the names, but the pros and the venue, it's crap, man. It's like you go to dinner hall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's
this is got full scene about it.
You know what I mean?
Proper show, yeah.
Well, it just goes to show that if everybody comes together and they work as a team, there's so much that you can achieve.
Absolutely.
But the beauty about it is these kids get to perform under these lights. Absolutely. And that's a massive boost.
Of course, man.
I mean, these kids from the gym that are not performing, they'll be watching. Some of them, a lot of them are going to come out, buy tickets, and it's going to inspire them to come and work harder.
The confidence, exactly, the confidence, and
And I keep telling the kids, you want to be on the show? You want to be on the show? If you want to be on the show, then just keep coming to the gym, train hard, and I promise I'll put you on the show. I'm a fair man. I'll always put you on the show.
That's all you can do. When you're in the ring, you're alone, so you got to train hard. But as a coach, as a guardian, you're doing everything you can do.
Absolutely.
You dedicate a lot of time to this, bro. This is a big achievement for you as well.
Yeah.
I've seen what you do, man, and a lot of people see that.
Yeah, I'm just sort of looking forward to it, really. I really can't wait.
Very nice, man.
It's gonna be good. But that's boxing for you, isn't it?
That's boxing for you.
Yeah, I really hope we get the wins. Let's start with some of the seniors. Well, we have a heavyweight on there.
Heavyweight?
We have a heavyweight. Seriously, he's a bit of a banger.
No way.
So he's on there. He knocked his last 2 opponents out. So
what's his name?
His name's Akib.
Go on, Akib.
He's my brother-in-law, actually.
Your brother-in-law?
Yeah. So he's on the show. So hopefully that'll be a bit of a crowd pleaser. Yeah. Then we have George on. You've met George.
Oh, yeah, I met George, yeah.
George has just got back today from university. He's been training in Sheffield.
Okay.
So again, another senior without head guard. So George's, a banger as well. He likes to come to fight.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we have Hisham.
Yeah.
Hisham's obviously strong kid.
Yeah.
And we have Anis again.
Yeah.
He's another strong kid. And then we have EJ, who's 13 years old. He's like 6'1". So he's on the show as well. And he's pretty decent as well. And we have Heather on the show. We have Zohaib on the show.
What was that little kid who, what's his name?
Which one? The Swift style.
Oh, Little Luqman.
Yeah.
Little Floyd. He's on the show as well.
Unorthodox style.
Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, he was like, "You want to see me dancing with the stars?
Buy a ticket." Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's on the show as well.
All right.
Mobeen's on the show. Zohaib, Heather.
You got a good lineup there, man. That's a heavy lineup,
That's a good lineup.
Yeah, heavy lineup.
But these are kids that have been coming every single day to the gym and been working really hard.
Yeah.
The beauty about this is that a lot of them have been out and they fought, and they know it's completely different to sparring, which it is. Absolutely. Sparring and bouts are totally different.
Totally different game, man.
So you can see that they're really on it.
You know what? Seeing that.
Recently, you were watching the internet, and you had Dylan White and Okali.
Oh yeah.
You can't. Like going back to your point again. You cannot talk about sparring and real life situations. Two different ball games. Man.
You're right. Two different ball games.
That's so disrespectful for him to do that. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think sometimes they try to get under each other's skin.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's good unless you're coming back with something.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if somebody says that I did this to you, I did that to you, and you did that, and then if you show something then to back it up, to say, look, that never happened, because here's a clip of me, you know, who was it? Wasn't Baby? It was Dylan White, wasn't it? What's the video called? Something called Dylan White getting slapped around. Or something.
Stupid video. But you know, in real life situations, it's totally different ballgame. You know how it is. You know, in sparring is nothing. You know, in real life, the nerves get to you. So like these fighters as well, you know,
fighting the show in the night, Saturday night.
Yeah.
They're like nerves kicking in. These are big confidence boosts, man.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
There's nerve wracking sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes people can perform under the lights.
And sparring is all about improving, really, isn't it? It's about getting better, and sort of putting your shit together and making sure that you're working on your strengths.
That's right, and your weaknesses.
But then the fights are totally different out there.
Yeah, it's not about going in there and being a
sparring, you know, it's about working your
it's very, very important. It's very,
right,
because it's like riding a bike. You ride a bike with staplers in the beginning, and then after a while you take them staplers off.
Absolutely.
So it's just the same thing, really, but looking forward to it. I hope we have a big turnout, to be honest with you. Tickets have been selling pretty good.
Hotcakes.
I think I've sold the most tickets from here in the gym.
Awesome.
And the lads have been out on the social media. And that's one of the reasons why I put out all this social media, because it keeps the ball ticking. There's a lot of people coming on board.
Absolutely.
Now, just from social media, I've had a lot of people come into the gym, buy tickets. A lot of people texting me.
Okay.
Been telling people like who can't make it, just buy on the door. You know, so tickets have been selling really well. So I'm hoping to have a decent crowd. I mean, we need the crowd, don't we? We need the backing for the kids.
Yeah, you need that.
Plus, you know, the local community should come and help. You know, I own a business, so I'm obviously contributing. I'm doing my thing towards the club.
Absolutely, and we appreciate that.
And I think everybody should do that, man. You know, these kids are not in the streets, and it's a good thing. You know, right?
And you know, one of them will inshallah become one day
be very successful in this sport.
And you know, it's genuine good people like you that come out, businesses like yourself that come out and want to make a difference in the community, and getting back, believing in the kids and giving back to the community.
Absolutely.
And we really appreciate that.
And you as well, man.
You know, the thing is, look, we look, you know, you look for good people who need the support, who need the push, and you know, if you're in a position to support those people, then that's how the world goes wrong, right?
Absolutely.
That's how you gotta do, you know.
Yeah.
So I said every business to come and support, man. Help. If you own a business, come. If you can't support it now, can't sponsor it, do come down. Tell your clients to come down. Spread the word.
So important, isn't it?
I mean?
So important.
You can do anything, small little things. You know?
Doesn't matter.
This is what I've been saying. You know, people don't look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
You know, people think, oh, these guys are putting a show on, they're making thousands. This is a project.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
It's a long way to go.
How rich can you get from a boxing show?
It's a long way to go, man.
Long way to go. If I was Eddie Hearn or Don King, then you know it's a different story.
Don't worry, dude. We're gonna get champion out of this club, bro.
Inshallah. And that's the key. That's the whole point of having these shows, is because someday we might have somebody that'll put Bradford on the map.
100%.
We might have somebody who'll represent the next Muhammad Ali, the next Amir Khan.
100%.
They'll represent this area, and other kids. I mean, look how bad it is in our areas right
100%,
now.
man.
We need more kids to come out.
Absolutely.
And show that, look, we can make it out of here. And it's so important that the platforms are already there, lined up for them. If they're not, then, you know, we're failing them, aren't we?
Of course, man. And someone like you,
you dedicate a lot of time, man. You know, you are finishing, daytime job, coming back here, running, family, it's not easy, is it?
You know what I mean?
Never.
And then organizing a show.
On top of that, selling tickets, getting the fighters ready, arranging fighters. Come on, man.
That's a mountain task.
People don't see that picture though. You know, they just see what they want to see.
Yeah.
There's a lot. And the one thing I really don't understand is, just as hard as you are working to rescue these kids off the street and put them into shows and change lives, there are people working just as hard to bring you down. To wreck the community.
Absolutely.
To keep the kids on the street. To misguide kids.
Absolutely.
You won't believe how many people are out there and they tell kids, don't go to the gym. Don't go to that gym up there. What are you going there for?
It's fucked up, man.
You know, it's mashed up, honestly. Because people have come up to me and they've told me, so-and-so person said to me, don't go to that gym.
Serious?
Honestly.
Fuck them haters,
It's happened so many times. You know what? Yeah, that's why I said, fuck the haters. I can't be asking them, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, they're not going to stop our mission. They're not going to stop us, no matter what.
Absolutely not.
But it's just sad that exists out there.
Absolutely not.
So, anyway, I'm looking forward to it. and hopefully it'll be a cracking night of boxing. If you guys haven't bought your tickets, then you need to come out and get your tickets, guys. Very, very important. We're going to be talking about CBD oil next. What can I tell you about CBD oil?
What is CBD oil? What is this, man? You know, I see it everywhere. I heard you talking about it. What is it? Go on.
Okay, so tell us. Over the last 6 months, well, actually over the last year, a very good friend of mine from Bolton lost his son. Mm-hmm. And he lost his son to cancer.
Right.
Halfway through, he learned about CBD oil. Mm-hmm. He was very skeptical about it at the time. Just thought it's one of these dodgy companies coming out trying to sell whatever.
Yeah.
Early days. Mm-hmm. But then after research done, found that it's been helping people with epilepsy.
Yeah, I've heard about that as well.
Cancer, shrinking cells and things like that, reducing inflammation. And now it's worldwide. Everybody's talking about it now. Doctors are prescribing it. You can even buy it from Holland and Barrett's.
Okay.
There's a lot of boxers that are using it. Anthony Fowler, AJ. There's a lot of people that are actually using it. And it's legal. Mm-hmm. I think it's THC or something. There's none of that in it, so you don't get high. It just zones you out. It relaxes you.
Yeah.
And I've been trying it. I tried it because a good friend of mine from America said, Inzy, if you haven't tried it, you need to try it because we take a lot of wear and tear off the pads.
Of course, man.
And your joints, your shoulder, your back.
All the punches you take on the pads.
I'm telling you.
I swear I think about it sometimes. You know that.
You know.
I think about that.
I'll tell you some of the symptoms that I have from this. Like over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Everything that I hold extremely hard. I don't know why. I think that's because I'm tensing up. You know, somebody throws a shot, you start punching into it. I hold the phone and I press it against my head really hard. I have like a big line going here. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes you wake up with hand pains, shoulder pains.
Inzy, man, look, again, come back to this old topic.
People don't realize this is not an easy game.
It's not an easy game.
It's not an easy game.
Especially at my age when you got to move around with these young guys as well.
Dude, you know, you are doing full-time work and then you come in here. Tired, and then you put in these hours in with these kids who are full of energy. Ain't easy game, man. You know what? You deserve respect, bro.
You know what? I love doing it though. Yeah. More than anything, more than money, more than anything. I just love
dedication. Exactly. That's not money. That's love. That's
I love taking a young kid and then just nurturing him. You know, watering him and just watching him just blossom.
Yeah, man.
I've seen it so many times over the years. So it's just a big buzz. So anyway, back to the point.
So CBD really helpful to you then?
It's been really helpful. Mm-hmm. Number one, I've been really relaxed and a lot of the pains have just gone. The pains that I was having in my shoulders, my biceps.
No way, so do you see them go?
Elbows. Honestly, I just zoned out. I don't feel them.
Wow.
And I've been sleeping like a baby. So like I take about 5-6 drops of that and I'm out. And in the morning when I wake up, I wake up and I feel really fresh. So it's been amazing CBD, and I would recommend it to everybody out there.
Man. You know what? I'll be working like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, after the work we do, sitting in front of the computer all day long, working.
Trust me, you want to try it.
You need to go home. You can't sleep, man. You can't switch off.
No, you can't. This is the thing.
Yeah. So that's why.
Well, I'm going to bring you a sample in and you try it.
Alright, 100%.
Honestly, you're going to really like it. You're going to enjoy it. And you think this is the best thing that ever happened to me. CBD oil. There's so many health benefits to it as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about it relaxing you, but there's so many health benefits, more health benefits that I'm still not aware of. You know, because I've not really researched it that much.
Yeah.
I've sort of looked into it and I've tried it because, like I said,
it's all natural though, isn't it?
It's all natural. It's all 100%. It's all 100%. It's all legal.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something that, you know, is sold in the black market. You can actually buy it from over the counter, from the chemist. You can buy it from Holland and Barrett's. But I would say before taking anything, if you are going to take it, guys, make sure that you consult it with your doctor beforehand.
Absolutely. Do your research as well, you know.
Do your own research.
Absolutely.
Because some things just don't work for, you know, things don't work for everyone. So it's important to get it checked.
Talking about Anthony Joshua, man. Listen, what's this baby Miller coming on? What do you think about that? I don't rate that guy highly, man. I think it's a fucking shit fight.
He got knocked out, Miller, didn't he? He fought before.
What is he? The most style is fucking shit.
Yeah, I think he's just doing it for a paycheck, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't rate him. He's too small.
He's too small, yeah.
He's too small.
You know, Joshua keep on the jab all night long, man.
People don't understand how strong Anthony Joshua is.
Yeah.
He's come on loads. I mean, he's a big muscular guy.
He is, yeah.
He's intimidating. When you're in that ring and you get hit and he's raining down on you as well, you're going to feel those punches. But I don't think Miller has a chance.
No, I think
okay, you know, the way Eddie Hearn's building it up, you know, it's a good fight for let's see what happened. What was the undercard like?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Katie Taylor undercard, isn't she?
I think she's on it, yeah, and she's somebody to watch out for.
Yeah. She's good, man. Well, so what's happening in the top rank now as well? Top rank signing a lot of fighters now.
It's like beef between the zone and top rank.
Yeah, I think top rank, ESPN, BT Sports, ITV, they've all come together, haven't they?
They have, yeah, and you got
Eddie
top
Hearn on
rank
the other side, doing his dozen stuff.
Yeah, Oscar, they're all together, aren't they?
Yeah, I think I'm really excited at the moment to see how this plays out.
Yeah,
these ESPN and Top Rank and
BT Sport.
Yeah, because I'm a big fan of Frank Warren.
Yeah,
you know, I like Frank Warren. I've always liked Frank Warren. He's probably been the best promoter
from England. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
He had the Prince Sea, Ramay Khan, Barry McGuinn. He had loads of guys.
He's guided everybody, hasn't he?
Yeah, Lennox Lewis. Yeah,
straight for now. His sons have come back, and his son's a really nice guy, Francis. Yeah, he's a top guy. He's now good friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
I will tell you that much. He's a good guy. He's a very good guy.
Is something coming up?
Nah, I'm just saying he's a nice guy, man. Honestly,
man, that's good.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to AJ versus Miller. I think AJ will probably stop him in under 6 rounds.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think you know what.
Keep it clear about with the jabs and then boom
down the middle, bang, catch him,
finish. Yeah, but you know what, Top Rank is quite interesting because the way Top Rank got Tyson Fury now. I think Village Honda joining them up. I know Dylan White. I think I heard about Dylan White. You know, Amir Khan's obviously fighting Crawford, which is a top rank fighter.
Some people are saying that's a bad move for Khan.
But he's fighting. He's not part of Top Rank.
He's fighting an opponent from Top Rank.
Yeah, that's right.
But the fight with ESPN in America and BT Sport. So I think Sky's been ditched again.
It's good, you know. Everybody wants to fight on Sky. Everybody wants to fight, but at the end of the day, it's whoever can.
It's a monopoly, isn't it? So there's only a monopoly of Sky.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, they'll be back. Don't forget, Sky. Once upon a time, Sky was everything. You know, there was a lot of big fights back in the day. Eubank and all these guys.
Oh yeah.
All fought on Sky, so they'll be back in the picture again.
Oh yeah. I mean,
they'll come up with something. They'll join up with a new network or something. Absolutely. HBO might even come back.
What's happening with the Mayweather crowd, man?
They got some good fighters there. I don't know.
They're PBC,
aren't they? So
yeah, they're Al Heyman, aren't they? PBC.
They got Manny Pacquiao now.
The problem with the Mayweather camp is they're always fighting at Samstown. You know, these small little events and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think Mayweather's been sort of left behind now, hasn't he?
Samstown's a good one, you know.
yeah, it definitely is. And I also think that, you know, they need to get away from them small, you know, type of fights. And they need to, because you got Tabiti, who's world class.
Yeah.
But he should be fighting at Samstown.
No, man.
You know, he should be out now. He should be. I don't understand why he don't have a deal right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know.
Who is it? The Tank, Gervonta Davis.
Another good fighter, yeah.
He's good, man. You know, they should be fighting Lomachenko right now. I think they're going to dug that fight.
You know what's going to be a really good fight? Tank versus Lomachenko, but Tank versus Tevin Farmer.
Oh yeah.
There's some beef there.
And
they're both very skillful, and it might even be a boring fight because they're that skillful.
Yeah. You know, I don't rate that Tank highly, man. I don't think it's just about fighting a decent opponent, and he's going to crumble, man. That's what I think.
We need to see him fight somebody decent.
Yeah.
I think over the last year or so, I've seen him dip. Since he's been hanging about with Broner, I've seen him dip.
That guy's cursing everybody.
He's a curse. You got to stay away from Broner.
That probably was solved.
I seen Errol Spence, the body snatcher, hanging about with.
He's fighting this weekend, ain't he? He's fighting
Garcia.
Yeah, he's fighting Garcia, which is going to be a good fight.
One hell of a fight. That'd be good event after that boxing show, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
As
you know, with Mikey Garcia, he's a very basic fighter, but he's a fantastic fighter.
But he gets the basic right.
He gets the basics right.
Sometimes about that, right?
That's what it's about sometimes.
Sometimes it's about guessing.
Basic right. Don't worry about flashy too much.
Yeah.
Basics right.
If you look at Andre Ward, he always goes back to the basics. He talks about the basics. And if you watch his fights, he always sticks to the basics.
Absolutely.
But saying that, Errol Spence is no joke.
This guy is dangerous.
The body snatcher. I remember when he fought against Kell Brook. I was there watching it, and I just saw how he just dismantled him.
That body in it.
Yeah, he put him down on one knee, and that was Kell Brook.
Dude, you know that fight?
I was watching it, and I was thinking, hold on, 5 rounds are gone, and I'm thinking, okay, Kell Brook doing a good job here. No realizing that he's just going through the foundation and breaking the foundation.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Yeah, before you do that, what the hell, man? I fucked him up. I didn't give up.
That's the beauty about boxing. Yeah. And when you can break somebody down like that,
mad, isn't it?
Honestly, you go to the head, you go to the body, you start breaking them down.
That's a skill, man.
Start taking them apart, picking them apart. That's a skill.
It's not about going to the head all the time. It's not about going to knockout. You got to just take your time and just then boom. It's like Canelo, Canelo worked on the body.
That's right, and got closer.
And the moment his hand went down,
bang! That was a heavy knockout.
It's sort of game plan.
When Khan went down, I thought he died. I really thought he died. It was bad because he banged his head as well on the way down.
Yeah.
One thing you can't knock Khan for, he's got heart, man. Khan will always, he's got heart to take these fights.
Yeah, I was somewhere today talking to some people and they actually bought Khan up and they said that he's been in some crazy fights. Like fights that he shouldn't have really been in at that stage in his career.
Yeah.
Like he could have taken them fights sort of later on down the line. They were too risky. Fights were too risky. The fight he took against Canelo was too risky.
What about Garcia fight?
That's the one that really punked him up, didn't it? That messed him up. That
Garcia fight was not, because at that time he was world champion.
Yeah. He didn't need that.
He didn't need that.
Yeah, I can understand the fight against Maidana because that was ordered, wasn't it? That was ordered. That was his mandatory. He had to fight him. Like he just won the title and he was mandatory.
Maidana. But listen, that was the pinnacle of his career, man. That fight made him. When you go look back at Khan,
the Maidana fight.
Yeah, you watch that fight.
Yeah,
that's the fight.
I agree.
That's when the pinnacle of Khan's career.
Yeah. It's funny you saying this because now that you mentioned we're talking about Maidana. Before Maidana, everybody picked on Khan's chin, and it's a fact.
Yeah,
he's been tested and he's gone down. But when he fought Maidana, it's funny how boxing works. Maidana was the hardest puncher in the division.
Yeah,
and he was taking people out. Look what he did to Ortiz.
Yeah.
He destroyed all these guys. He was knocking them out. But when he fought against Khan, he didn't touch. Well, he dropped some big bombs on him, but Khan stood there and took it.
Khan stood there, man. And one thing I noticed, Khan rode a lot of punches that.
He was on his bike.
Yeah,
he had to.
He was riding those big shots. It's all about riding the punches, right? And it was an awesome fight. And then he dropped him as well, the body shot.
That was a good body shot. I have to give him credit. That was awesome.
Yeah.
When you look at that body shot, when the way he slowed that down, when he slowed it down and you look at that body shot and how he placed it.
Yeah. It was
Maidana was like, there was nothing left in him. And I really thought that he had him.
But he got hard as well. Maidana got up, man, 12 rounds. Gave a hell of a fight after that.
These Argentinians.
For round 8, no, 9.
10, 11. Last 3 rounds. Those 3 rounds were top rounds of fun, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I've heard he's back in the scene again, training in Mayweather gym and trying to lose some weight, man.
That's something that I've heard. I've heard that as well. I think I've seen a video of him actually training, but how true it is, whether he's making a comeback or not, or whether he's trying to get a payday from, I don't know if he's going to join Sam's team.
He's got the Mayweather money, bro.
I think that's the most he ever made, fighting Mayweather.
Dude, ask
pictures of him after the fight, like he got bundles of cash in his hand.
Right.
He's gone mega fat.
I've seen it. Yeah.
And I got the Mayweather money I need to fight.
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember him. He was over the moon, wasn't he?
Yeah. But he got a rematch. Who gets a rematch with Mayweather?
Nobody. Rematch.
And he got some good money for that as well.
Yeah. That was a good fight, What do you think of the strategy in the fight with Maidana and Mayweather? That was a hell of a fight, man.
That was a fantastic fight. That was the kind of fight. Don't get me wrong. That's the kind of fight that Mayweather loves. That's why Mayweather picked him, because he's not very technical. He just comes forward and he throws a barrage of punches.
Elbowing and kneeing and all sorts of shit.
Oh yeah. I think Mayweather was surprised by all that. He wasn't expecting all that.
Yeah.
I mean, Maidana is the kind of puncher that punches you from everywhere.
Yeah.
He comes down from North Korea everywhere, and he hits you with them shots. But Mayweather wasn't really expecting that. I think Mayweather thought he's going to come in there and he's going to try roughing him up, but then punches were coming from everywhere. So Mayweather was quite surprised. I think in round 1 he was smiling, wasn't he? And I think he really caught Mayweather on the ropes as well.
He did. Thing is, he tried the same tactic. The shoulder roll, you can break it down with the overhand right if it's effectively done correctly. And he got that
right with obviously AB, right? So he tried the same tactic with Mayweather. But that shows how good Mayweather's shoulder. Mayweather got that on point. AB's shoulder was not there.
Do you know why? Because he's got no neck.
Dude, there was some time in the fight, I'm looking at him, fucking shoulder's not there. Like, he's thinking shoulder's there, yeah, but it's not there. It's not there.
He can't do it. Maidana really caught him off guard. Yeah. I remember that night because, like, AB was doing all sorts of stuff in the ring. He was really winding him up and doing that chicken dance to him. And then when he got clipped, I thought he deserved it.
He deserved it. And you know what? The fight...
I don't remember the fight before in England, Lee Purdy for Bundu.
Do you remember? Oh, yeah. That was a mad fight.
Bundu dealt with that guy, bro.
Big time, didn't he? Yeah. He really dealt with him.
Bundu's 39 years old.
Wow.
And that guy did all of that.
And then he fought, was it one time, Showtime, that guy...
In America, the WBC champion.
Thurman.
Oh,
yeah.
And he had Thurman in trouble, man.
He had Thurman in trouble.
Thurman was fucking troubled by a fucking 40-year-old man, bro.
Me and Ali were talking the other day. Who was it now? This is going back some years. He's a taxi driver, Irish taxi driver. Came out and knocked.
Yeah.
Who did he knock out now? And he got the title. And he became a star overnight. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah, I can't remember his name now, but
yeah, boxing's crazy sport.
Yeah, it is a crazy sport.
The Leicester Bidman. There's a Bidman of Leicester who coached him.
The Asian guy.
The black guy.
Black
guy. Mixed race, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name now. Sport, there was another Asian guy as well. I can't remember his name now. He was from, I'm not sure if it was Lancashire or something, but he was coming out and knocking people out and stuff as well, and then he just faded away. But yeah, boxing's it's a strange sport.
So what do you know about Cash Ali?
What do you know about him? Cash Ali?
I've not heard of this guy, but I've just heard about this announcement with David Price and Cash Ali is fighting. He's like not even a regional fighter, right? Regional champion. Or
Cash Ali is a good friend of mine. He's up and coming right now. Sad to say, he recently lost his father. His father's been there with him the whole time, so he's been on a bit of a downer. But Cash Ali, let me tell you, he's the real deal. You know, he's gonna, inshallah, become the first Pakistani heavyweight, British Pakistani.
Do you think so?
Oh wow, this guy's got a bang on him.
Seriously,
honestly, he's got a bang on him. I watched a couple of his fights, and he's put them out. I mean, out, like they haven't got up until the doctor's gone over and rolled them over. Honestly, he's got some serious firepower.
Yeah.
He did a bit of work. He originally started off training, I think, Ingalls.
Right.
And then he moved from Ingalls. I can't remember where he's at now. But Tim Witherspoon was coaching him as well at some point.
Right. Okay.
And he's going to be hopefully fighting David Price. I think he's having one more fight now, tune-up fight. And
that's a big fight, man. I mean, obviously, Price is obviously in the decline of his career right now. However, this fight
can take him to another league, basically.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I don't know much about this guy, man. Once I found out, obviously, considering he's Pakistani, and I thought I'll YouTube him and check him out. He looked good.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. He's around 6'1", 6'2". He's a big guy.
Yeah.
And he can bang, honestly. Overhand right, if he hits you without you, put it this way, if he hits Price on the chin with that shot, he's definitely
Price has gone down.
Price has gone down.
Oh man,
he's not getting up. He's not getting up till next week. So yeah, Cash Ali is a very good fighter, very good, skillful fighter, upcoming fighter.
Plus, he's been sparring with Dylan White as well.
Sparring with all of them. He's been sparring with Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
He's been in camp with them guys. He's been in camp with quite a lot of fighters. He's very decent. I'm really looking forward to seeing him put Price out. Okay. Like you said, that will take him to another league.
Absolutely.
I mean, Price was a big name, man. I remember back in the days, about 5-6 years ago, not that long ago, him and Tyson Fury were like the upcoming UK guys and they had a beef going on and they want to fight.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I think since that Frank Maloney went down,
changed his, I don't want to say, but
yeah, I think after that, Tyson Fury got it down, man.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to quickly move on to some questions that have been coming in. Maybe you can answer some of these as well.
All right.
So somebody says fantasy boxing match who wins between Mike Tyson in his prime and Muhammad Ali in his prime? That's a good question, that, and that comes from Assad.
Right. Well, listen, this question will answered by Tyson himself, and Tyson said when they both fight, they all had to go down to the greatest of all time. That's Ali.
Yeah. No, I can respect that, but technically, if they was in that ring, how would you think it?
Right, listen, Ali is taking all the big punches. Joe Frazier, come on.
Before you go in, let me just add something into this.
Okay, go on.
So we know if Muhammad Ali fought Mike Tyson, right? If Ali fought him in his prime, right? We know Ali would have probably easily beat him.
Yep.
But Tyson, his prime was dangerous. You know, he could get on the inside, and he had punching power, and he could knock you out with one punch. But you know, I've talked to a lot of people about this, and a lot of people think Ali. But what's your thought on this?
Right, listen, I like both of them guys. Yeah, Ali obviously, Ali's Ali, man. You know, my dad, my granddad. You know, you know, you can't disrespect him. But saying that, I think Ali would have found a way to beat Tyson, and also you got to remember that Ali fought much better opponents than Tyson. Okay. Ali fought fighters who were much more heavier punchers than Tyson. I mean, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, they were classified as the heaviest punchers of all time at the time, right?
That's right.
So, considering all of that, and he beat them, and so you have to say Ali would have won that fight.
You think?
I love Mike Tyson, but that's just honest truth. And I think Ali had a better opponent than Tyson.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think Ali would have pepped him with that jab all night long and kept him out.
But Tyson's a fucking
animal,
bro.
He's an animal. Like, if he got on the inside of you, that's it.
He'll bite you.
But Ali, I would say Ali would win because Ali fought Joe Frazier, who had a similar style, and Ali beat him. Ali fought George Foreman, big power puncher, and he beat him as well. So I would say I would go with Ali.
See, thing is, with Ali proven, it's not about.
It's not all about knockouts. It's not about only being lean and mean. It's about having a good physique of boxing and having the knowledge of boxing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how you're gonna apply yourself in the ring. It's not about knocking man out. It's not about how you're gonna deal with him, beat him, and knockout come. I mean, that's what Ali did, right? I mean, Ali was awesome with that.
Yeah, it was very skillful.
The
strategies, ring IQ was unbelievable.
Amazing,
So we have another question that's come in now, and is boxing a dangerous sport? Is boxing a dangerous sport?
It's definitely a dangerous sport, man. Boxing in the game, you know that.
Definitely, it's a dangerous sport.
When you're in the ring, you're alone, bro.
When you're in that ring, you're alone. Of course, it's a dangerous sport. You know, there's two guys punching the shit out of each other, going to the head, going to the body. It's definitely going to be a dangerous sport. But if you're conditioned right and you've been trained right, then chances are very slim.
Thing is, you know, when you go to watch boxing live, you know, like when you're watching TV,
it's different.
You don't see when you're watching live. They're getting hit, bro. You know when they get hit,
you can hear it.
You can see the sweat here, like.
Water, it's flying away. Like, I wonder what
fight, I saw the punches Khan took, man, and you know it's no joke thing. You know, these fighters dedicate their life for this, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, people like Mayweather have amazing style. It's all about not getting hit.
That's the sweet science.
Yeah, it's not about getting hit and punching the shit out of the person.
But then saying that there are sports like golf, where you can get hit by a golf ball and
listen,
you're dead.
Your kiss was really bad, bro. You get that gun where you fucking die. You deserve to die if that happens to you, bro.
That's crazy. Same with cricket. There's been,
been
a case, isn't there?
Yeah, there has been
somebody's been hit by a corky ball. Sad as it is, but all sports, even football. Recently, they said football taking headers, it causes you brain damage as well. So. No sports really safe, is it?
Concussion now, don't you? Even American football. But the thing is, with boxing, there should be some sort
Did you watch the film, now that you mentioned American football? Did you watch the film where Will Smith plays this sort of doctor?
I have, I've seen the film. It's an awesome film.
NFL go against him, they think he's crazy, and he finds a case for like brain damage and stuff.
Yes, it's an awesome
film. That's a good film, that.
And that film is actually...
True story.
And these...
big time in America right now. There's a lot of people with concussions, and you know they don't come out, or there's not enough facilities for them to see that. I mean, there must be a lot of concussion in boxing, man. Come on, loads. I mean, even only when did you start getting ringside doctors? Only like a few years ago. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Years ago.
So many cases, people have died. Brain damage.
Yeah, dehydration.
I mean, there's a dark side to boxing, man.
Absolutely.
You know? It's not all Madison Square Garden.
Absolutely. There's always a dark side in every sport. MMA, boxing, these are all contact sports. Chances are high, aren't they?
That's you gotta protect yourself all the time. And when you go in, you gotta think about that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, amateur boxing is still safe. You know, it's the pro game really, and a lot of it is happening because when you go to America, you realize that anybody can become a pro fighter. You can have 10 amateur fights, you can have 5 amateur fights, and you can say, sack this, I'm giving this up. And you find the promoter, and the promoter says, look, you go out and sell the tickets, I'll get you the fights. So you go out to Mexico on the border, and you stay there for about 6 weeks, and you fight 3 times a week. 3, 6, 12, 15. 15 fights in what, 8-9 weeks? That's your record.
You can go a big fighter.
I mean, this is what people are actually doing. And even if you go to Mayweather's gym, there are so many promoters inside the gym, walking around with their fighters, and there's like a coach for everything. This is a shit thing about the gym, by the way, is that you got a coach for pads, you got a coach for the bags, you got a coach for strength and conditioning.
Okay. Well, there's
so much. There's so many coaches out there. Like the boxer is confused. It's like, who do I listen to?
That's fucked up, man. You know, I was in the plane back from Dubai and I was watching this documentary and playing, and you know you're fucking bored in the plane. And I was watching a documentary about boxing and how boxing is changing, and you know, Mayweather being in the sport. Nobody in the American boxing now is down the drain, right? The Olympic team is shit.
It's never been the same as it.
And that one of the reasons because of that is a lot of fighters are just going pro now. They just want to make money because of people like Mayweather promoting that. And they want that dog. They don't want my dog no more. Do you know what I mean?
I think Mayweather's had a big part in that. He's come out and he's really spoiled that. Like, I think 1981 was the last time when Holyfield and Bowie and Lennox and all these guys. But since then it's gone downhill, and they're struggling. And a good friend of mine is called Bashir Abdullah. He's actually coaching the American team now, and he's talking to me often, and he's like, you guys are doing alright. But like the American Olympic team right now is flipping struggling.
Because they just go pro. They don't want to.
Like when I was at Freddie's gym, there was this fighter, I can't remember his name. I don't know if you watched that series that used to come on telly. What's it called? The Contender. Remember the original one with Stallone in it?
Yes.
This time Andre Ward was running it.
Oh, no, I haven't seen this one.
With Nazim Richards against Freddie Roach. Freddie won anyway. I was there whilst they were shooting that.
Okay.
But some of the kids that Freddie picked up from that show, they were decent amateurs, and they've gone on, like they said to Freddie, we want to go pro. So he's trying to work a deal out with them and top rank. So people are just not interested in amateur boxing.
I mean, I can see that happening in England as well, though. But
it's important that you do have a bit of amateur experience just to get a feel of it.
Do you think so? Do you think like amateur experience is very necessary for a pro?
I think it is necessary. I mean, you've got people like Canelo that have had like flipping no more than 10 amateur fights probably. Dylan White had 6.
But even like Anthony Yard, you know Anthony Yard?
Yeah.
He's only had like
10 fights. Again, it all depends on you. It depends on your style. Some people are naturally gifted, naturally talented. You know, some people are just flat-footed. Amateurs not for them. You know, some people just can't set off. In amateur, some just want the money, just bang, get the money. This is it. So it's weird, but experience is always important.
Of course, man.
Very, very.
It's tough sport, and when you go in there, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, like if you had to take somebody off the street now and say, you know, have a pro fight, and there's no chance he's gonna win, especially if he hasn't trained for it.
Yeah.
Even with little experience, it's not really going to help. Experience is very, very important. And this is why promoters, when they look at fighters these days, if you've got a shit amateur record, then they don't really look at you. You know, if you've got a shit pedigree behind you, they're not really interested. If you don't won a national title and you can't really back it up, they're not really interested. Unless you are like Triple G. And you got that punching power, you can bang people out.
He's had like 600 fights or something, man. Amateur.
400 something fights.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, wow. You would have thought with that many fights he would have been more of a boxer than a puncher. But like he just comes forward and just destroys you.
It destroys you, man. But I think
you definitely need that experience of amateur fighting. Definitely. Yeah.
Right, it's important. So I have another question here, and that comes through, and this is from Salim. It's not us, Salim, is it?
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Is he watching us right now?
I'm not sure if he's watching us right now. But this is from Salim. This is about the show. He's asking, what is the purpose of the show? I'll let you answer that, Omar.
The purpose of the show is to put these kids in the mat, is to give these kids the opportunity that they deserve, and to put the gym on the map, right? And also, it's the money getting raised for good cause, going to Palestine. So, that's some solid points there, man.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
I totally agree with you. You know, like you said, it's about getting the kids off the street. Number one, changing lives, and the money's going towards projects in Palestine.
Absolutely.
That's what the company behind the show is, going to do.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to go out there. I'm not sure if they're going to go out, but last year they went out as well, didn't they? They went to Bangladesh and they made a few videos where they helped out and stuff, and they gave food. So it's a good cause, definitely a good cause. So I'm looking forward to that. Next question comes from Asiya. Right, okay. My son has recently been getting bullied in school, and that's because he attends a... No, sorry, let me read that again. My son has recently been smacking children in school, and that's because he attends a boxing class somewhere, a new boxing gym or something, whatever. What advice can you give him? So it seems like her son has been banging kids out in school.
That's not good, son.
Since he joined a school, that's a good question, because I've had that case a couple of times here where kids have gone from this gym and they've abused other kids with their hands. I'll go to a boxing gym, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, because you basically you're learning.
And these are kids as well, aren't they? I mean, they shouldn't be doing that, because that's not what boxing promotes. That's not what boxing teaches you. But you get kids like that, don't you?
I remember in school days, Ali box.
Yeah, I do.
Come on, man.
They were crazy days.
That's crazy days. But yeah, coming back to the question, I think, the sport of boxing or any contact sport teaches you cannot use it outside the boxing, obviously, and you're learning the trade. It teaches you respect, how to respect each other, and obviously if you get in a situation where you're getting bullied or someone attacking you, you use a self-defense. You should not go attacking people, because obviously you as a fighter know that your capabilities of beating a person is much higher than him beating you, right? So you should not be misusing that.
I think every kid should know that.
Sometimes when you think about it, you get kids. You hear so many stories about kids being bullied, kids taking their own lives because they've kept it inside and not really talking to anyone about it.
Yeah.
But then bullying is bullying, right? But is it right for a child? If you're a parent and your child has gone out and beat somebody else up, and you get down to the bottom of the story and whatever, he swore at me first or he swore to my parents.
Yeah.
A lot of parents are satisfied with the fact that their child has beat the other kid up. Then them coming home and hearing a child's being beaten up. So I mean, bullying is bullying, but it's when you look at it in different ways. It is,
but when it gets bad, when
you keep bullying that kid for a long time, calling him name,
that's bad, isn't it?
Piss out for like 6 months, 7 months, ganging up on him.
Yeah.
Alone. That's not nice, man.
It's not nice.
I saw a video recently come out in Bradford.
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
I mean, I remember you telling me that you have done your bit.
Yeah. Did you? That video was disgusting, wasn't it?
Crazy, man. It's like a bunch of animals, isn't it? I mean, if you brought these kids in the ring right now, with your boys who get trained up for this fight,
whooped.
Simple as that. They're not fucking for no fighters, are they?
Piece of shit.
They wouldn't last 2 minutes. Like Tyson says, you wouldn't last 2 minutes in my world. They wouldn't last in our world. I saw that video when it came out.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking. The way they double kicked him. They thought it was like an arcade game.
Yeah.
And then the security guard was just there, just standing and watching. Like, that guy should have jumped on him and grabbed him. But somebody said, whatever, he's from a shop or something, just doing something else. So I reached out to that boy. Recently I was in touch with him and I said, look, come to the gym. I will train you myself. I'll give you 1 year's free membership.
Wow.
And I promise you it'll never happen again.
Wow.
Now imagine
that is something.
Imagine that kid was attending a boxing gym, MMA gym, and that happened then. It would have been a whole different story, because he would have known how to protect himself. He might have warded off 2, 3 and knocked 1 or 2 out.
Yeah.
Then end up in that situation.
Sometimes when you're attending these classes, the other people get phased off. They don't come to you in the first place because they know that they're going to have to fight. I mean, you used to get that back in the day.
School,
when I was back in the day, I had this Joe Frazier style. That's the style I used to fight with.
Yeah.
And it was like Bob Weaving and all of that. And a lot of people just shit themselves and just back off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to fight him.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I used to go back to work and this just get, they just come with me. It's one of those things.
It's one of them things.
Yeah.
Because this guy's got his hands up and he's bouncing. He must know something.
I mean, what's it about?
Man, in the street fight, the first 2 or 3 punches, right?
Unfortunately, things have changed nowadays. It's not like that anymore. People pull out knives. Listen, knife crime is
on a high, man.
On a high.
I mean, down Mayans,
down south.
From London. I mean, there's in about
9 stabbings in the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
9 deaths, not just stabbings.
That's mad. That is mad.
And they're all school kids.
Yeah, I've been reading about it. Yeah.
Year 9.
Wow, serious? That young?
And you know where the stabbing is happening? I mean, the areas are happening, you know, which are bad Stratford, but these stabbings are happening in a good area where, like, you know, middle class people living.
So what's the cause of all this knife crime?
They don't know.
Is it grime music? Because
the grime music is
gangs, right? It's the same thing again. Bullying, taking to another level. I mean, London's got a lot of gang culture, so I mean that's one of the reasons a lot of people are getting, you know, shanked or stabbed, basically.
Knife crime is on the high.
I think it's really bad, man.
Is the same thing happening here in Bradford? Are we following?
I think so.
I mean, stuff like that will definitely come. I mean, it's not as high in London, but obviously I think it's going to follow. And that's really good. You did that to the kid, man. You know, you approached him and, you know, you offered him what you could do. This is what makes lights out boxing gym.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I approached the kid.
That's your ethos here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's it. So I approached the kid and I said, look, come down to the gym. And I'll train you for free. And he's been in touch and he's told me he's going to come down at some point. And
okay, call him down one day, man. You're not having a invite him here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be good for him. It'll be good for us.
Absolutely.
You know, it'll be good for everybody, won't it? I mean, we'll get to see. You know, we'll train him up and get him out there in a fight, and then
I love to have him music kids come here because be there.
Honestly, I don't understand. Like the thing is, though, I feel sorry for kids like that as well because those kids are misguided. Those kids have got no one to look up to. You know, and you can't always blame the parents as well because sometimes parents do everything they can.
Yeah.
And just society just gets the better.
This is it. Even this is in London stabbing cases the same thing. The society.
You know, they're watching other people, aren't they? Grime videos or other people at it, and then it's just.
It's mad.
Come on, we were once young. I'm sure we've done things that you know, if our parents knew of back then, they would have killed us. You know, so we've done things as well, and it's just one of them things. But the times we live in, there's just not enough things going on for kids nowadays.
No, there's too much hunger for money as well.
Too much hunger. People growing up
money
too fast.
for phone, money for
better car. You know, they don't want to work this one, they want to things. So you go and find any means for it.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's one of them things, isn't it? And I hope that shit will change. Hope it stop. Because that's the last thing we need.
We don't need that, man.
We don't need that.
You don't need that. No one needs that, man.
We've had a lot of deaths in Bradford over the last 10 years. Yeah. Whether it's been to crime, cars, drugs, gang violence, we've had a lot.
Drugs is a big problem, isn't it, over here? I mean, you got a lot of gangs operating in different areas and different roads and different blocks, and they don't want the other drug dealers' crew come and take over. It's crazy shit, right?
Yeah, well, I was talking to somebody the other day about that kid that got bullied.
Yeah.
And I was like, what was that all over? Because it must have started with something.
Yeah.
Somebody said postcode wars.
Postcode wars?
Postcode wars.
Fuck is that?
I said, leave postcode shit with Royal Mail. I don't understand that shit.
Listen, leave the postman, man. Be trying to come in the morning.
Open the door, there you are.
Postcode wars, yeah?
So postcode wars. And I was like, well, you know. I mean, we're all young. I understand kind of what postcode wars mean. But, I mean, come on, you know. Times have moved on.
Yeah, man.
Can't be doing things like that. So how do you stop stuff like that from happening?
I think the kids need to understand there's so much more to life
than this shit. You know, go spend your time in, you know, good places, man. You know, if you like boxing, come boxing gym, go to different martial arts, go to different sports, enjoy life, right? This age you're gonna come back again. You know, when you go past a certain age, it's all about work. You know, it's about making the money. You know, running family. So while you're at that young age, enjoy life. Don't waste your fucking time doing bullshit. You know, this bullshit. It's not enjoyment, is it? Standing in the corner of a road or bullying somebody. It's not. You know, what are you enjoying? Nothing.
No.
Go do something.
There's nothing good to it, is there?
Go do something which you enjoy, right? That could be anything. You know? It doesn't need money. You can do anything. Even a bike ride can be enjoying, you know.
Yeah,
Swimming, I think there's so many things you can do to enjoy life, right?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, society sometimes gets the better of you, but you know, you have a choice, don't you, to make.
Absolutely.
Right or wrong.
But as parents, I think the parents should, you know, encourage kids to take them to certain places, you know, send them to certain places like this boxing gym or, you know, in a cricket club, you know, anything. You know.
Get the mind diverted.
Since we've been open in this club, You know, boxing is such a tough sport that you get kids come through the door and leave just as quick. Since we've been open over the last, it's been 2 years now, almost, we have had hundreds of kids come through this door, learn boxing, honestly, and then go, then come back, then go. They stay connected.
Yeah.
You know, they might disappear for 6 months, they'll come back again. You know, they see him next year, they'll come back in winter.
It's like addiction. Boxing is like that, man. I mean, I've had this all my life. I can never give up boxing totally.
So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have our boxing team, as you've seen. And then Tuesday, Thursday, you get the other kids that are trying to break into the boxing team. And it's the same kids, they keep coming and they find a way, don't they? They find something to do. Absolutely. They hit the bags, they work with the, you know, friends, and they build on the skills, and that's really important, and they keep coming. So imagine, I think to myself, if this gym wasn't here today, right, there'd have been a lot of kids out there that have missed out on this opportunity.
100%.
And we take them everywhere as well. The thing is, it's not just always boxing, because boxing, like I said, is a tough sport, but we take them out and about. You know, where we went to Mallam Cove, kids out there, we took burgers with us. It was awesome. It was such a hot day, and the kids learned how to flip the burgers over. They were arguing about, no, you know, it's undercooked or whatever. And we took them out sightseeing. We climbed a few mountains, and we went to Mount Snowdon in Wales.
That was awesome.
And we took 10-year-old kids climbing that mountain with us.
That's how, man.
So awesome. It was hell of a journey, you know, these 2 years have been. And now we're trying to get a van. If we get this van, it's going to be awesome, because we can take the kids and we could travel together as a team to fights and support one another. Right now we can't do that. So we've been going to Preston, we've been going to Blackpool, Birmingham, all these places, Leicester, but we can't take
travel a lot. I see a snap.
We can't take the crew with us, and that's the buzz, you know. Because like sometimes I've been through that as well, and so me and Ali talk sometimes. Ali goes, you don't understand, like when you're coming back together as a team, and you know the buzz you have as a team
is nice.
You can't beat it, especially when you come back on a night and everybody's talking and stuff.
100%.
So we're trying to make that happen here at the gym. Hopefully this summer we should have our van. We're on it right now, and we're going to go everywhere, man. We're going to go to fights and take the kids, you know. And you don't even have to be in the boxing team, because it's not always about the boxing team. We always ask the kids, we always put letters out, if you're interested, you want to travel with us,
come and support.
Come and support, you know.
And the good thing about like coming to join a club
like this is you meet different sets of kids. You know, sometimes with different kind of kids. You know. If you get bullied in school, you can come here and you get to meet different people. They don't want to bully you. You know, who'll be your friends, right? And you learn how to fight with them, trade with them, and open your mind to different people. You meet different people, different skills, and
become a social enterprise.
Sometimes when you have a kid who's getting bullied so badly, he needs a motivation. He meets people, and it's like another spark in his life, you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, this is heading that way right now. There are a few people that I know in the background that are setting that up now. These are guys that are sort of at the top level. One of them is the head of West Yorkshire Police, the whole of it. So he's behind the project as well. I mean, you see the good work that we're doing.
Absolutely. It's a lot of good work happening.
So, you know, we're going to expand on that, and we're going to make it even bigger and take it to another level.
Yeah, awesome.
There's going to be a lot of different things that we'll be able to do in there, cater for a lot of different people. So I'm really looking forward to that. But we will remain. We will always be a boxing gym.
Absolutely.
You know, that's the bottom line.
That's where it started from.
Yeah, that's where it started from, and that's where it'll end from as well. So
100%.
But let me see if I've got any more questions. I don't think I have any more. Actually, I have, but we'll have to cover them again some other time. What's new with you? Anything new?
That's it. I'm looking forward to Saturday. I mean, I've got the little Musa ready for some pad work.
I bet he's really excited. He's going to love it.
He's excited,
Yeah, he's going to love it.
Excited, so
he's going to be doing some pads on the show. Yeah, he's going to love that.
So, yeah, man, looking forward to it.
Get under them lights, eh? Yeah, looking forward to that. Can't wait. Any holidays or anything planned? Or I know you've just come back.
I've had about 2 holidays in the last 1 month, so I think I've had my fair share for some time, I guess.
I feel as though I need another holiday.
I think you should plan something together, Inzy. We can
go right now.
Come on.
She's like, no, you've been to America twice.
Get the visa and we can do a podcast abroad somewhere.
I think, that'll be good.
Sitting on the beach having a mocktail. Yeah, we can do the podcast.
I think this year is going to be pretty busy for me as well. You know, with Ali going pro as well. I think we're going to be traveling quite a bit. I mean, we travel all the time anyway. But I think this year we're going to be, traveling around. A lot more, yeah, on undercards and things like that. So I think we're going to be doing a lot of travelling anyway. So I think everybody's entitled to a holiday at some point.
Of course. And you need some time out just to rejuvenate yourself and get some.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to take my kids. Well, my youngest, she wants to go and see Harry Potter.
Okay.
A place in London.
Oh yeah, Harry Potter's world. Yeah.
So I've been trying to plan this for the last 2 years because they're big fans and they've read the books and stuff. I've been trying to plan this for the last few years and it hasn't happened.
I've never been, but I've heard it's crazy. It was really nice, you know.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah. You should go down there.
Yeah, hopefully I'm trying to plan it this time round.
You can do a day trip if you want. You can do a day trip.
Yeah, just a day trip.
Yeah,
even a weekend or something. It'd be nice to get out there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What was I watching? How many fights do you think you need to turn pro? That's a question from Newman Iqbal. How many fights? It all depends, Newman. It just depends on how many. Depends on you. Everybody's different. Dylan White had how many? 6 fights?
Yeah, I mean,
Canelo had what, 10?
Anthony Yard had like what, 13 fights or something?
Yeah, but the more you have, the better it is, the more experience you'll have. I wouldn't jump the gun. And you don't really want to turn pro at 17, 18. It's too young. You know, try to turn pro as late as possible, get as much experience as possible really under the belt.
Yeah.
That's what's important. I was watching, what was I watching the other day? Rocky. That's it, yeah. Club Alang. Club Alang. Rocky 3 just came on.
Yeah. Crazy film.
There you go, rock. Oh, it was it, man.
What about, are you watching the Netflix series?
I don't get time. I've been trying to.
The boxing one. Losers.
Oh, yeah.
Losers.
Yeah, I have. I watched.
I've seen a little bit of it.
That is pretty good. That is good. I watched episode 1.
Right, okay.
It's really good. It's a really good TV show that you want to watch. It talks about different shows, different sports and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's the one that you want to watch. But I just flicked the channel the other day and Rocky 3 was on. And I was like, Club Alang was on.
Legend, man.
You know what scene I was on? I was on the scene where Club Alang was like, hey lady. You know that scene?
Yeah.
Hey girl. He's like, you real man. And Rocky goes crazy, doesn't it? So I was on that scene. It brought some memories back for me.
Rocky's a mad guy.
And making Rambo 4 as well, isn't he?
He's number 4. You know what?
If he's a Rambo 4 or Rambo 5? 5.
But you know Rocky, where he started from, he was, the first
series he made, and when he wrote the script, it's crazy, man. Like he was rejected, he had no money.
Yeah, I watched that.
That is some journey, man.
Wow.
Look how far he's come. That's determination.
Do you know what? I watched that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know, like in YouTube and like flick through. So I actually watched that story and I was really motivated. I was like inspired by that.
That's inspiration.
He had a daytime job or something, and then he was just writing stories on the side, and he put a story together and he went to see these producers and they looked at it and they said whatever and he said he was walking out and then he turned around and he said something and they said okay. Oh, he told him he was walking out, he was looking for an acting role, and they said, oh, we'll get back in touch. And then he was walking out and he turned around and he said, if I didn't turn around, Rocky wouldn't exist today. He goes, by the way, I've wrote this, I've got this script for this story.
Yeah.
It's Rocky, basically. And then they had a look at it and then he wanted to star in it. But they were against it, weren't they?
Yeah, they were against it, yeah. But then he took that role and... that's it, and that's
the
what
biggest sports influential film
ever.
There's another story, you know, the KFC.
Oh yeah, I've read that.
The Colonel, can you believe that?
Knocking on doors,
bro, age of 67.
Wow, selling chicken.
He got rejected insurance jobs, uni reject, couldn't make it, but died a millionaire. Now, they're selling like, I was reading the other day, they eat 2 billion chickens a day. And all over KFC in the world.
Yeah, I read that. I actually read that.
Mad.
Including me as well. 2 billion chickens
a day. Yeah, that's Canada will be happy up there, bro.
Wow. I know I read somewhere that America goes through, I think one state goes through 80 American football pitches of pizza a month.
That's why they were fat.
Wow.
They were obese, that's why.
Those American football pitches are huge.
Of course they are.
They're massive.
Yeah, that's mad.
But these are stories that inspire people, don't they?
That's mad.
But that KFC one, that was like...
You should never give up. That's what that tells you.
You got KFC in Pakistan, you got KFC all over the world.
All over the world,
yeah. In Kentucky, look how far it's come.
And he packed his job in, didn't he? I think, was he retired or something, and he put this recipe together.
Yeah.
And then he started knocking on doors.
Selling chicken on doors,
Actually, it started from him just handing it out to people as they were walking past. And people fell in love with it, and they were like, "Come, is there any more of that?" And then he started knocking on doors, and then wow.
That's, you know, you can't give up. That the moral is you can't give up.
You need to keep on fighting.
That's the moral of the story.
So there you go, man.
Yeah. What do you think of these Marvel films?
I'm not a big fan of Marvels.
I'm not. I'm more of a DC guy, man.
Yeah, I like
Superman.
No, I don't like the whole supernatural. I like more of I'm more into like thriller. I like more science fiction, you know, gruesome movies.
Do you ever watch what was it called now? Buck Rogers. You ever remember that?
It rings a bell.
A-Team guy, face.
Yeah, it rings a bell. It rings a bell.
The Airwolf.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Street Hawk, Knight Rider.
Yeah, Knight Rider's the one, man. Who knows Knight Rider? What about Forrest Gump?
Yeah, I've seen that. It's a good film.
Yeah, Forrest Gump's legend, man.
So what's your best film that you've seen in, the last 5 years? Okay, give me a good thriller film.
Salt.
Which one?
Salt. Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Salt, quite a few, I don't remember the names right now, to be honest. But
I watched Seven, that's one of my favourites.
Seven.
You know, Brad Pitt and Morgan.
Yeah, that's a good film.
That's a good film. And
have you seen that film? It's a Malaysian
film or Chinese film, and they have to enter the building.
Oh yeah, of course I've seen that.
Oh man,
that's a good film. Is that the one with is that the one with Tony Jaa in it?
Yeah,
it's Tony Jaa, isn't it?
That is a legend.
Have you seen the film
Inception?
I actually enjoyed that film, Inception. Inception was good, and I tell you what else did it for me. Shutter Island.
Yeah.
That was a strange film. Yeah. Flipping, that was strange. What other film I was going to mention?
Leonardo DiCaprio is just
amazing actor, man.
Very good
film, even like Wolf of Wall Street. You know, every film. Blood Diamond.
That was a good film.
Crazy film.
The Django.
Yeah. He chooses, so he lives the people's lives like for a year or 2 years in order for him to become the character, and then he does the film.
That's crazy what some of these actors put themselves through.
Mad. I mean, I really.
Can you imagine that, trying to be somebody for 2 years, living them, studying them, and then acting them?
Crazy, isn't it? So you know
how they do it.
Wolf of Wall Street. He lived with Jordan Belfort for 2 years, and lived
his life, learned everything about him, applied it, and then did the character Jordan Belfort.
Yeah. I'm still trying to remember this film that I watched, and I've watched it like 2-3 times. It's a long film. Yeah. Zodiac. Have you seen Zodiac?
I've not seen Zodiac, but I've heard about it. It's a triangle sign, isn't it?
It's about a serial killer.
Yeah.
But if you haven't, it's based on a true story as well. But if you haven't seen it, if you get some time, it's quite long. You want to watch that film. You'll be glued to it. And another good film that I watched was Mel Gibson's. I'm a big fan of Mel Gibson. I like Mel Gibson.
Oh man, Mel Gibson, that film, the war film.
I like Signs.
Oh, the war film, Mel Gibson's
Braveheart.
Yeah,
I've watched a lot of these films. I've actually got a friend that looks exactly like Mel Gibson.
Serious?
Talks like him as well.
Go on.
But yeah, I think I love Morgan Freeman. I used to do Morgan Freeman.
Do that again, please. Do that again.
Here, check this out, okay? Look at now, sunny. Oh, the wind is blowing hard.
Oh, you put a good man.
I used to do him. I do Rocky as well. Wait, let's even get Rocky. Hey, you, Adrian. Big. Well, listen.
I ran.
I used to watch these films back in the day.
Like a box of chocolate.
That's a good one, isn't it? Oh, that's a true saying that though. You never know, dear, what life is going to play out like.
Absolutely, you don't know what you're going to get, man.
I tell you, another good film of Tom Hanks that I watched was Castaway.
Oh, awesome.
That's a classic.
It's boring though, but
it was boring. Him on a boat talking
football. Yeah, but you know what? Crazy story.
It was, because you actually moved with that film as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is the end.
At the end of the journey then for today.
Somebody's asked a quick question, but answer it. What would be the consequence if you found out your fighters were fighting outside the ring and on the streets?
Go on, Inzy.
Well, it's none of my business, to be honest with you.
But hold on, if you hold a boxing license,
yeah,
if you get caught fighting outside, that can get revoked, right?
It can. And you can be in some serious trouble. But if they're fighting outside the street, you know, it's not a good thing. It depends on the scenario, really. Are they defending themselves? What if they're going around bullying people, beating people? Which I know for a fact that nobody from my gym would do that, because we've only got a set of good lads in here. But if anybody was doing that and somebody brought it to my attention, then I would deal with it swiftly. 100%, because I'm against bullying and we're against it as a gym. But saying that, there's some things that, you know, I can't really I can't take control of. You know, there's some things that I just have to leave. It's none of my business. I could get in trouble getting involved. Like, some kids text me sometimes, so and so is bullying me in school. It's like, go tell your teacher.
What can you do about that?
What can I do? I can't get involved.
Yeah, and also, you know, if the kid's going to go do that, man, the boxing career might end, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't do shit like that, man.
But if I had somebody here that was like pagging kids out there with his boxing skills, you know, he would be gone a long time.
Come and do a round with you.
He'd do a round with me.
And then he will not do that again.
Who's your favourite fighter right now? Myself. I don't know.
That's a tough question. There's too many good fighters out there.
There's a lot of good fighters out there right now. Who's your favourite fighter right now?
I think I've got a different
fight with different divisions. Yeah. But cause I think after last performance of Fury, I think I'll give it to Fury at present as it stands right now. Yeah, Fury's my guy right now.
I like Kovalev. I know he got his ass. Yeah, I know he got his ass handed to him by Andrew Ward, but I like him. I like him because he's rough. He'll walk through you.
Heavy hook, man.
But to sum it all up, Canelo right now.
Oh yeah, Canelo's the man.
Canelo is the man. He's in the rise right now. I mean, it's a big fight coming up right now, Canelo. Yeah. He's gonna take that fight, you know. It's a tough fight.
That is a tough fight. Because Daniel Jacobs is no light contender. We saw him standing there with Triple G.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't go down, did he? He was there. I thought he won that fight.
Yeah. Very close fight there.
I thought Triple G was old in that fight.
You know, Kovalev fight.
They are lining up Anthony Yard for that fight. You know that?
I've heard about that. Yeah.
What do you think of that, man? Too early for Anthony Yard, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't really fought anybody, has he?
No, man, he's not for anybody good. I mean, that level.
And I've not been impressed with his last two performances.
Yeah.
Because I felt as though like he was falling short with his punches, and he was getting clipped a bit as well.
He's from my neck of woods, you know.
He's from Peacocks. He's from.
Yeah. He lives right in my area. Like,
yeah, I know the coach really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's not for top level contender to go into Kovalev fight. Kovalev is a huge fight.
He's had international fights, hasn't he? He's been around the world, hasn't he? Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a good fighter, but styles make fights, and we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see, really. Well, I think with all that being said, I think it's time to hang up. I'm tired. You can tell from my eyes.
You look
really
tired.
I'm tired. It's been a long week, to be honest with you. I'm glad though. It's all come to an end now. The guys are tapering off. Tomorrow's recovery day, and then we're fighting on Saturday. We're going to be busy.
Good night Saturday. Yeah. Come say hello, everybody, man. Come say hello.
Yeah, listen, guys. If you haven't got your tickets. Tomorrow you can purchase your chickens. I was gonna say I'm that tired now.
KFC.
We might be going there. If you haven't bought your tickets, you can come to the gym tomorrow and between 6 and 7 only, and pick up a ringside ticket for £10, guys. A ringside ticket for £10.
That's a deal.
That's a deal. They were £20. We're doing them now because we're so close to the show. We're now doing them for £10. So come get your ringside ticket tomorrow. If not, if you can't make it tomorrow, then turn up at 6 o'clock at Frame 2 BD3 and buy a ticket on the door. They're going to cost you full whack. But you can get standard tickets for £10 and ringside will be £20. Guys, make sure you turn up, get behind the lads, support us. We need your prayers, we need your support, so we can do this again next year. Take another bunch of kids off the street and get them out there fighting and winning medals and changing lives. That's what it's all about. With that being said, it's time to wrap the show. Omar, it's always a pleasure. AJ, if you're watching, man, you need to join us. AJ, you need to join us. AJ, don't forget to bring my with you, yeah? Make sure you bring that down.
Some of that for me as well.
AJ's living in the countryside right now. I was talking to him on the weekend. He's like in London. He's living in he goes, Inzy, I'm living in this place in the countryside, just me. I'm just chilled out. I'm loving it. I was like, wow, I need to come visit you.
Yeah.
Let it get a bit warmer and then we go out and have a barbecue.
Yeah, 100%. AJ, we're coming down in a few months' time.
We're coming down, AJ. Make sure, man. You get that barbecue going for that's the main one. Okay, with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Hopefully we will see you next time every Tuesdays at 9:30, and we will speak to you soon, inshallah. Bye. Take care, guys. Bye.